I think it has been a really interesting afternoon. I think it has shown us that the work on normative issues is, of course, as we knew, cross-cutting across many entities and many fora of the United Nations. I think it also, my takeaway from this is very much that it's not perhaps right now a question of developing new norms, new standards. It's very much a question of implementation. How do we create the tools and the mechanisms that will allow the UN to support countries in their efforts to implement norms and standards? I think that's a key point. And it's basically, in that sense, it's a UN classic. It goes back to what was the, I think, intention of the UN when the UN got engaged in supporting institutions, supporting policies at country level, that we need to make sure that we have the instruments within the UN that can actually transform the global norms, global standards to specifics at country level.
My main message today is that both the norm, as well, the implementation of the SDG and the normative agenda, they are complementary. Sometimes we tend to think that they are mutually exclusive, which I would like to argue that no, one supports the other and vice versa. The second point, very quickly, it is important to assume that also the member states are not necessarily in bad faith, but they may be in need of capacity, of technical support, of capacity development for them to be able to implement the norm and to assess them and report back.
WHO as an agency is often quoted as having three types of role. One is a normative role, the other one is a role of technical assistance to countries, and the third one is operations in emergencies. So normative role is very dear to our heart, and I am very happy to confront this to the role of other UN agencies and to see how the normative role of WHO as well as of the UN can be reinforced.